Well, we have come to the last video of Unit 2. What's the probability that we're finished with permutations and combinations? That probability is 0 because we're going to combine permutations, combinations with probability. So we're going to review questions involving the counting principles, NPR, n factorial, and NCR, and see how they're used in probability. So, Amy has 5 tank tops, 3 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of sneakers. What is the probability that the outfit she chooses to wear is the one her boyfriend likes the most? Well, the way I normally do it is I like to work on the bottom first. So, the probability that we've got the good outfits is equal to. Alright, so on the bottom, how many total outcomes are there? There's 5 tank tops, 3 pairs of jeans, and 2 pairs of sneakers. How many different ways can she dress? So think about it for a minute. So on the bottom, it's the multiplicative counting principle. There are 5 tank tops to choose from. She's going to take a tank top and a pair of jeans, 3 choices, and a pair of sneakers, 2 choices. On the top now is how many of those outcomes are favorable to being the one her boyfriend likes the most. So that's just 1. It's just the one her boyfriend likes the most. So that is 1 over 30. So you will have questions where you'll have to use the additive or the multiplicative principle. Question 2. 4 people are required to help out at a party. 1 to prepare the food, 1 to serve it, 1 to clear the tables, and 1 to wash up. Determine the probability that you and your 3 siblings will be chosen for these 3 jobs if 4 people are randomly selected from a room of 12 people. Alright, so the probability of you and your siblings is equal to, on the bottom, we have 12 people and we need 4 of them, so that's your N. 4 people have to help out, so that's the R. So we have 12, and it's a P because you're doing different items. You're doing preparing, serving, clearing, and washing up. So 12P4 goes on the bottom. On the top, there's you and your siblings, and there are 4 factorial ways for you and your 3 siblings to do those 4 jobs. So that makes a total of 24 over 11,880, or in lowest terms, 1 out of 495. So just to go over this example again in case you didn't understand it, there are 4 different jobs to do. We have to prepare, we have to serve, we have to clear, and we have to wash. So because there are 4 different jobs, that makes it a P. There are 12 people in total, and you're going to select 4 of them to do those jobs. So that is the total number of ways that 4 people can be chosen to do those jobs. The reason the top is 4 factorial is because you know it's going to be you and your 3 siblings, so that's 4 people, but it didn't say who does what job. So there's 4 factorial ways that you and your siblings could be, like there's 4 of you that can prepare the job, which means 3 of you that can serve it, means 2 of you could clear the table, which leaves 1 person to wash up. So that's question 2. Question 3. A baseball team has 9 players. In the batting order, what is the probability that the 3 outfielders bat consecutively? So 3 outfielders are consecutive. Alright, so on the bottom, there are 9 players, so there are 9 factorial ways that you can arrange those players. On the top, it's one of these grouping questions. The 3 outfielders have to bat consecutively. So that means there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things to arrange. And then 3, 2, 1. That's the number of ways that the outfielders can bat. So that works out to 7 factorial times 3 factorial over 9 factorial. And that works out to 1 out of 12 in lowest terms on your calculator. So in your calculator, you can probably just type 7 factorial times 3 factorial divided by 9 factorial, press equals. Now you could answer this as a decimal and get 0.083. Or after you get that decimal, you can press the fraction button to get the answer as a fraction in lowest terms. Any of these questions you can answer as a fraction in lowest terms or a decimal rounded to 3 decimal places, whichever you like. So again, that question number 3, you have to remember all of those special arrangement types of questions. So this was the grouping, and the grouping was the favorable one, and the total number of ways was 9 factorial. Question 4 is an NCR, because we're just drawing marbles. We're not arranging them. We're just picking them out of a jar. So the probability that you have 1 blue and 3 red is, so this is a combination. In total, there are 8 marbles and we want 4 of them. So that's what goes on the bottom. In the numerator, we want the favorable case of 1 blue and 3 red. So there are 3 blue. We want to choose one of them. And there are 5 red, and we want to choose 3 of them. So once again, you can type that into your calculator. 3C1 times 5C3 divided by 8C4. Get your answer as a decimal, and then you can press the fraction button if you wanted to and write it down as a fraction. Either which way, you get 0.429, or as a fraction, it's 3/7 in lowest terms. So decimal or fraction doesn't matter. So short little lesson, just a quick little review of combining Unit 1 with Unit 2. If there was any of this that you didn't understand, please make note of it and ask your teacher in class tomorrow or the next day. Thanks, bye-bye.